Welcome back. I'm Joslyn.
I'm Kadin.
And we are best
of kin.
of kin.
Where do we start?
Where do we begin? Such a transformative week we've had.
Yeah, different dimension.
We recorded the last one kind of early last week, and now we're recording this one like Friday.
Yeah.
Like we never record this
So it's
late. So it's like
a week and a half almost.
Yeah, it's almost 2 weeks almost in between recordings. And so much has happened both culturally, personally, emotionally, mentally. And you and I haven't caught up like at all. So I think we have a lot to talk about. This is the wedding episode as well. I got married last weekend.
She is sealed.
Woo. You keep saying sealed.
It's funny though because
we're not Mormon anymore.
It up at SO.
Okay.
I finally went in. Just quick. This is going to lead into your
Let's
wedding.
make it about you.
It's not about me at
I'm
all.
kidding.
It's
I'm
actually
joking.
about you.
Please.
Got coffee at SO.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time I go in, it's always like, they're just like, they never really interact.
They don't remember us.
They do, but like, they do. But I mean, we're not on a name basis. So today like, oh, what can I get you? I was like, what are your guys' names? I was like, I'm tired of this.
Tired of this shit.
And it's Rhiannon and Emma. And I mentioned, I come in here all the time. Me and my sister. I get this for my sister because we record a podcast. We actually shout you guys out every episode.
Whoa.
And they were like so stoked about it. They thought it was so cool. Like what it's about. And
did you drop a couple QR code stickers?
Should have. No. We can get to that later. It was also, but I was letting them know that today's about the wedding episode. But it's just funny, like just asking their names. Now we're like already that much more personal.
Now you're like best friends.
It was like so easy to have a conversation where otherwise it might have been awkward.
Yeah, it only takes like one breaking of the ice or one like doing something a little bit different than you did last time to like kind of like shake you out of that autopilot pattern. When you go places, I feel like when I go to Sprouts or whatever, I'm just like literally on autopilot, like don't talk to me. But every now and again, when you actually talk to someone, it's like, just yes, the human connection. It's nice.
But yeah, I said, they're like, oh, what are you talking about today? I'm like, well, my sister just got married, so take it away.
Okay, so if you're new here, you don't know this. Logan and I have been together. Logan is my now husband. We have been together for 10 years as of February 10th. So we were celebrating our 10-year golden anniversary. And if you're new, you also wouldn't know that I have been engaged for 4.5 years. It will be 5 years in June had we not got it done, which is crazy. And I think that whenever I say like, oh yeah, I'm getting engaged, like, I'm engaged 4 years, people literally are like,
does it feel better though?
Of course. Like, I mean, it just feels like it's been like so immature to say fiance for years and years and years. And nobody has like seen like any like planning. So people literally think like one of us has commitment issues. You know what I mean? Like people like make assumptions as to why can't they tie the knot or whatever. But really it's just
by the power invested in me.
And by the internet and
literally.
Yes. Kadin was the officiant.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's
officially brother-in-law.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll say husband when I'm like not feeling like explaining, our relationship. And now it's just like so easy. It's just so easy. It's so nice. Obviously, we felt married already, but now it's
helps
official.
with taxes too, right? There's some.
Well, because we got married this year, it'll be like next taxes. But yeah,
in general, some
depending on your bracket. Yeah. Yeah, so we decided in like summer of last year that no matter what, like let's just get married on our 10-year anniversary. I'm not sure what that looks like yet, but let's just do it. Let's have like a fun weekend. And that's kind of all I set out to do was just like have a fun weekend, not be super stressed,
but how many
get married. Did I plan a wedding?
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing. Part of why we're not married is because I've been so torn and like not wanting to get too dragged into the crazy wedding industry, spending like tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. I didn't want to go there, but I also wanted to do something that like lived up to my childhood dream of having a wedding and like, you know what I mean?
But
like,
every route of having like a modern wedding as far as like expensive, non-expensive, just elope alone. Like I think you took every route. Almost. Like you
explored every possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I explored a big wedding. I explored small weddings. I explored the cost of what it would be if we just like went to Paris and eloped the two of us. Like I just like compared all these different like aesthetics and ideas of like ways we could get married. And like what felt best to me when we planned this was just like celebrating our 10-year anniversary, like getting married at some point, celebrating with our closest friends and family, like getting drinks. You know what I mean? Just like getting great photos.
Like how this wedding was.
If anything, it was just like, I'm definitely not gonna like spend money on a wedding now. Like that much money now that we have a kid, it just feels like that would be even more crazy to spend a lot of money on a wedding after having a kid. It's like,
yeah,
that's not like where our money. Like, it was.
I used to have
easy for like everybody involved,
or like futuristic stress, thinking like
about the big day.
Yeah,
because there's
like,
so much
like
pressure.
The big ones, you know. Like,
yes,
all the shit that goes into it. That was such a chill one.
That's what I wanted was like to not the two things. I wanted to wake up that morning and just be excited and not be like, okay, this has to go right. This has to go right. Like all these things have to go right in order for it to work out. Like I wanted to not be stressed that morning, and then I also wanted to wake up the next day without having like a pit in my stomach because of how much it cost, and now it's over, and now like okay, well. That's like what I was imagining. If I had spent like
anxiety, but
financially, yeah. Like I didn't want that. And so I feel like we had the perfect thing where, this was the itinerary. Friday, Logan and I checked ourselves into a hotel. I got like the nicest room we could get. We had city views. We got floor 13, which a lot of hotels don't have a 13th floor because it's like bad luck. It's like a superstition.
Yeah, there's like scary movies about that.
Yes, there is. But we were on the 13th floor, and also the Westin is 333 North Central Ave. So I'm like, wow, like we're starting out like
some vibes.
Nice little some 3 vibes.
Angel numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So that was fun.
Magical.
So that night it was like I just wanted to like go down to the hotel like restaurant bar, like get a drink, do dinner. Like we did a date night at the hotel, which was so nice. Kind of like set the mood.
Was it like a decent restaurant inside?
Really good food, great drinks. Yeah, people like go out. JC and Dakota's. It's like people know about that restaurant. It's a good restaurant. Yeah, the drinks were great. We had 2 cocktails though, and then the hotel sent us a bottle of champagne as like a congrats. And so we were like, we have to drink the champagne. And
did Logan set up the room at all, like rose petals and stuff?
No. But I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so yeah, they sent up the champagne. We drank the champagne. I do not drink that much these days. So having 2 cocktails and we split a bottle of champagne, and I hadn't been eating much because of kind of like the nervous, anxious, like excited butterflies kind of. So like I woke up the next morning hungover. I was hungover. I was unwell. I was vomiting in the bathroom at a brunch. Like I wasn't doing well, but it was kind of perfect because every year on our anniversary, now we're on Saturday. This is the day of the anniversary, the day of the wedding. Every year on our anniversary, Logan gets me a single red rose. Ever since our very first one, it was just like the way that it worked out around Valentine's Day. He had gotten me a rose. He wrote me a poem about roses. It was a whole thing. Anyway, so ever since he gets me a rose, so he left to like go get a card and a rose. And I got to take a nap.
The wedding day.
Wedding day. We like did breakfast.
That's probably what I was trying to text you.
Probably. I was napping for like an hour and a half while he was out running errands. I was like, he needed to swing by the house and grab something. Like he had a couple things to go do. So I napped. He came back, and like when I woke up, I was like ready to go. I felt so good. I was like, it's showtime. Let's fucking go. I got all ready. I got the room all ready. My glam team showed up. This was so much fun. It felt like my wedding day. It felt bridal as fuck. We had a gorgeous hotel room with a huge window. We just like opened up the white curtains. I could like face the natural light. My glam team brought a chair for me and everything. And they were like working on the hair and the makeup. And like Logan went downstairs to have lunch, and he had a couple drinks, which is funny. Because I don't know why I didn't expect that. But like when he came up to do like I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but when he came up to do the first look, he's like, woo, I had 2 cocktails and I'm ready to go. Like, let's do this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm jealous now because I am.
Were you guys nervous at all? Or
I
thought it'd be more emotional.
I was just excited at that point.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I was having like the best time. Like I was just having so much fun that there was never a moment for me to like pause, look around, take it in. Like I was literally just like, woohoo, 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 like the whole day. So this is what we did. We, with the photographers, did a couple photos in the hotel room. Ryan was like helping me get dressed. We did like a first look with Logan in the hotel room. And then after that, it was like, let's go take some photos. And the plan was to do private vows. So we went to this parking garage to do our photos and our private vows. The second we got up there, a security guy comes up and is like, 2 minutes and you're out of here.
What?
Literally, the second we get there.
And you guys are all dressed up.
Yes, and I have my bouquet. Everyone also
vibe kill.
Vibe killed immediately. But there were also like other people up there taking photos, and I'm like, this is literally the most popular parking garage for photos. And he's like, well, it's used as a parking garage. It's for parking. Not a single car. It's a Saturday.
Is he Italian?
No, but he's like, yo, we're walking here. Like, he was like, get out of here. Anyways, so we were like, okay, like maybe we won't do the private vows up here. We don't want them to be interrupted. You know what I mean? Like that was the whole plan. But anyways, so I was like, we'll save that. We'll find another spot to go do them. We got our photos up there. We were walking around downtown. It was really incredible because like the vibes were so high. It had been raining all week. It was like historically terrible, terrible weather for Phoenix this whole week.
Well,
super cloudy, freezing cold. And I fully was like, I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm committing to this look, like rain or shine. I bought umbrellas.
Record lows for this time of the year.
Record lows for this time of year. Literally the clouds parted. The most beautiful blue sky came out. We had incredible light for our photos.
It felt like the sky reminded me of like California sky. Like when the clouds are so low and like
the clouds were so low and white
clouds.
And like, but the sky was so blue.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the contrast.
It was beautiful. Yeah. And the photos, like gorgeous. So I'm feeling great. I'm like, oh my God, the weather's amazing. I'm not too cold.
It was pretty perfect.
We were literally getting like all these cars honking, rolling their windows down, cheering for us. Like the whole time we were doing photos. Like how fun is that? I literally felt like I was in a movie and I was the main character and we were owning it.
Especially downtown.
We were owning it.
Setting, yeah.
Downtown setting. We got like the nice tall buildings. It was so much fun. But like the photographers, and because we had 2 of them, they're getting double the content. We were done immediately.
I was gonna say,
we were
Super
done
8 is probably gonna
so
pop
fast.
off.
Oh, the Super 8. Yeah, I got Super 8. I got film. I got digital.
Super 8, like documentary-ish. Right?
Documentary style, yes.
No audio? Just
I don't think Super 8 has audio. That's kind of
so
like
is
fun.
that camera itself expensive?
Oh yeah, the camera and the film and the development. She said it was like $60 just to develop one thing of Super 8 film. And that's not even the cost of.
When you say one thing, well, how many are there?
I have no idea how many she had to use, but multiple for both days. She did Super 8 both days. So those are going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see. So this is where.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Like obviously the first snag was the guy telling us like, get off the garage. Fine, like not a big deal. We could not find another like good spot to do private vows like in the middle of downtown. So I was like, you know what? People eat this shit up. Like people are going to love to hear the vows. Like let's just do the vows at the ceremony. Like extend the ceremony a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So we head over to the ceremony. Oh, there is another bride and her family and friends. And they are setting up to get married in the exact spot that I'm trying to get married at. And
same time.
We
just said 4:30 and it was coincidental.
This is now, reaching 4:30. Sun sets at 6. We're still in the winter, so we have about like an hour and a half of good light.
Can we say where it was? I mean,
well, yes, we were in downtown at the old
Phoenix City Hall to be exact.
Yeah, the old Phoenix City Hall, historic City Hall. It is stunning exterior. And I wanted to get married like Cinderella, like on the steps under this huge arch. Like I had the vision and I was like, I'm not getting married on the other side. There's no light over here. Like it was all shaded. Like
it's cold.
It was cold. Like I had the vision and I was like, we're going to wait it out. We're just going to wait it out. And you know what? This actually works better because instead of us starting with the ceremony and then doing 20 minutes of photos after, let's get the photos out of the way. Do the ceremony and we go straight to get drinks. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do photos after.
Some candid photos after, but
exactly.
Nothing forced.
Nothing crazy. So then, we took that time while they were getting married and we were like kind of listening and like peeking and seeing. We were getting all of our photos done, which was great because it was only going to get colder probably as the evening went. So it's like, okay, let's get these done. Finished that. As soon as we hear applause of them celebrating or finishing their ceremony, Kadin literally went up.
Well, it was Ryan too.
You and Ryan. As soon as they finished, you just see Kadin in his like fliggity flow hair. He looked so huge and intimidating. He just stands like in the middle and just like literally like the bouncer of the ceremony. I didn't
realize how close you guys were going to be standing to me. Like how I envisioned it. I literally hit you with my folder.
It was a small platform.
And all I could think about.
What?
Because I was kind of nervous. I
nervous?
just thought about. I almost laughed during the scripts because I was thinking about
mud pies. Making a
no,
joke?
the time you did a prayer at church in Castaic and you passed out.
Okay, it wasn't just a prayer. It wasn't just a prayer. It was a whole speech. It was I did a talk during
But
sacrament.
that was my first thought when you guys came up to me, and I was like, "Can you imagine?"
Yeah. And I'm not kidding. I was locking my knees just out of like
me
excitement.
Too.
And the whole time,
I was kind of shaky.
I was telling myself like, don't because I was having flashbacks of when I was 12 and I passed out in front of the congregation. That aside, I did not pass out. What?
You thought about that too? You're saying?
Yes. I was the whole time like, don't lock your knees. Remember, like, come on. Anytime I'm in
the knees locked,
like a public
center of attention,
like public speaking situation or any kind of thing like that, like I have to like shake my knees a little bit. Yeah, because I'm so traumatized. Anyways, so
I just hope. I mean, I know it's not about me, but the sun and hair,
it's
in my eyes and shit. Yeah,
don't worry.
You guys look good. Yeah,
and you were looking down at the thing most of the time, like. You weren't like looking straight like during the ceremony.
I was talking just fine, like loud
Everything was perfect.
Because I don't know if...
No, literally when we were standing up there under the arch and I realized how big the arch was, I didn't realize how huge that arch was and like the stairs. And I was like trying not to look out because I was like kind of nervous. And I was just like looking at Logan. It literally felt surreal. It felt like a dream. I was like, is this really happening right now? Like
it was weird. Yeah. When you guys were reading
very
your vows,
surreal.
I was like looking like, I was like going back and forth. I was like,
whoa.
Holy shit.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, surreal that it actually is
and it was
happening.
Like in the center of downtown. Beautiful, like golden hour. Oh my gosh. Like the most beautiful golden hour light. And it was like,
I mean, the epitome of like spring awakening too. Like
spring was like, yeah, like clouds are clear. And it was gorgeous. We got to do our
Phoenix
vows.
Weather we like.
This is like
always
the most idyllic weather. Yeah. Finished the ceremony, did our like, woohoo, did our kiss, did a petal toss, ran down the steps, did a couple more photos. And then it was like, let's go celebrate. Let's go celebrate. Like,
were you okay when I said, like, instead of you may kiss a bride? But I was like,
I didn't even hear.
No, I got out of the way.
Kiss
and I was like,
sister.
Yeah, I was like, Logan, you can kiss my sister.
Okay. That's funny.
Because, like, you guys were like, it was chill.
Yeah.
You can tell your vibes were like,
I was not really uptight one bit.
No, like,
not only that,
okay with
my hair was nothing like my trial that I had like pre-approved. Like she did something completely different, and I just like did not care at that point. It just like I didn't see that until like the end, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make this woman redo my like whole hairdo. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like little things like that were not going to affect my mood.
Yeah,
so
why
anything
make it
like
matter?
Like why make it? And
why
like,
give it any?
And it's not a photo shoot for my hair. It's like barely going to be in it, and it's windy. It's like going to get kind of messy anyway. Like I was fine with it, but it's like, yeah, there were just little things that, like I could have gotten annoyed about. That just did, at that point, it's like that's not the point.
You can't be that phased once you're that happy. You know?
Yeah, I was literally in the best mood all day, and like having that I'm telling you, like there's just something about like having a gorgeous hotel like for the whole weekend that just made it like so beyond. It was so much fun. And then, okay, so we did the ceremony. We walked to Coabana. We stood outside. We signed the certificate while they were like setting up a table for our group. There was like 11 of us with Sienna. And then we all got drinks. We all did like a couple cheersy photos, and then the photographers left, and we just got to like eat and drink and like be married. Eat, drink, and be married.
Good drinks. That's a great date spot.
Everybody was like, these drinks are amazing. I loved the darkness, like how dark it was, and like kind of loud and like bustling. Like, you know, it was exactly what I wanted for like the celebratory that night.
Yeah, it was
drinks.
So nice. Like, it's such a small place, but they
hooked it up. We tipped very, very well, and they hooked it up. But after that, I was kind of like, I still had so much energy, and I was like not ready to like let the party go. And I was like, I've got some of my like best friends of all time here, like Kaylee, Cody, Joe, Ryan were there. So the group of us were just like, oh, let's go back to my hotel. And then we did another round of drinks at our hotel. With the friend group. Yeah. I don't know where you went.
I should have gone.
You should have gone.
I don't know why I didn't. I just thought it was like over. Like
I know. But I also like heard you were like, yeah, I'm going to Old Town. So
yeah, but there was no rush. It was like
yeah, you should have come. You should have come. Yeah, it was like 6 p.m. Yeah. Well, no, it couldn't have been. No, because we were at the hotel drinking. was like till 10:30.
It was like the sun just went down.
No way.
I want to say 6:37.
Wow.
Latest. Yeah.
But when we left Kobana, it was 6:37?
Yeah, for sure.
No way.
Yeah,
because literally at the hotel, I remember like Kaylee and Cody, okay, well, we better go. And I'm like, already? 10:30? I'm like, what? Man. And then literally Logan and I are starving because I can't eat for days around this day, right? So we get back and it was like 3 minutes left to order a Domino's pizza. And we were like,
oh, that's the best. That's like the memories you always have, like the simple. So then
we're cozy in our fluffy hotel bed with the city lights out in the window, eating our Domino's, watching Netflix.
Wow.
It was so much fun. But then again, I'm like, why was I hungover again? Because
your lack of water intake?
Lack of water and food. I drank a couple drinks at Kobana. Kaylee and Cody got us a shot at Kobana. Plus, we had another drink at the hotel.
Maybe 2 more drinks at the hotel. Like that cotton candy shot?
One of the best shots I've ever had. It was like glittery. It was delicious. I have to go back to Kobana. Like that is now like
that's a
my
date
spot.
That's
and
a
it was
date,
so cute. The interior, the exterior, like the green tiles. Like,
and guys, I want to say like a hole in the wall, but
you almost miss it if you don't know you're going.
Yeah.
Logan never noticed it, and he works around the corner. So it's
I always go to the Chipotle.
He's always going to Pigtails next door, and he never noticed it.
Well, it was just funny because Pigtails is way more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I like to. That's crazy, man. If you actually like try and explore,
it was a lot in Phoenix.
This place has a lot to offer.
Mm-hmm. So next morning, now we're on Sunday. The plan was the plan was executed. It wasn't just the plan, but the event was a lunch. We had a lovers lunch that we invited like our 30 closest friends and family. And I just wanted to, again, like no stress, just celebrate. Like I just wanted to be around all my favorite people and celebrate and just be happy. And again, 10 out of 10, another great day.
Beautiful.
I woke up early, beautiful weather. Thank God it was another day that was kind of like iffy with the weather. Beautiful weather. I had a girl come over, Morgan, the hair girl. I had her come curl my hair because I didn't want to have to worry about it while I did my makeup. And that literally took 30 minutes. Like she was done so fast. And I did bring up the tipping thing.
I was going to say we have a small update on that.
Yes, a small update. I was like, so sorry
since I was so controversial.
So awkward. And she was like, oh my God, like no, not at all. Like I was so surprised. It was such a high tip, like, but it was literally no problem. Like I was like preoccupied with another person. Like, sorry, I didn't like, it was like not a big deal.
But it sounded like she's open to like doing my hair again.
Of course. She was like, did he like it? Would he do anything differently? Like boys are so terrible at explaining what they want. Like,
it was first time ever doing a guy's hair.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same as like yours.
Different.
But like
you never know what a guy wants in comparison to a girl. You know what I mean? Like
true,
how
the girl knows exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
But how do I say that? Like
just say face framing.
Like
highlights.
Isn't there different levels of blonde?
Yes, totally. You want to go up a level. Just say you want to go up
But
I
want
level.
My whole fucking head.
Yeah, you want
naturally
more face framing,
layered
highlights. Full highlight.
Like this would all look like streaks of blonde up here,
Mm-hmm. And we'll maybe find some inspo photos next time because that's also what I do that helps her. Because
that's what we gotta do.
Yeah, you need the photos.
Cool.
That aside, okay. I know I keep like screaming and blowing out the mic. Okay, so yeah, Logan and I went to the Arrogant Butcher in downtown to set up.
I know that place.
And it was perfect. Like everybody that was working was like really on top of it. They were so sweet. They were like, "What do you think about this? These candles are these candles." Like they were like checking with everything, making sure it was like exactly what I wanted. It was so nice.
Shout out to Gio though too. She was the bartender and I made every drink was consistent.
Every drink was incredible. So many comments
about
the espresso
martini. We went through 2 bottles
martini.
of the espresso martini vodka.
People loved that.
2 bottles.
People loved that.
She made it so consistent every time. It was garnished
I
the
had
same.
the spritz, the strawberry rhubarb spritz is like one of the best spritz I've ever had.
That to my gut.
I literally had, they kept coming. The drinks kept coming and they don't stop coming. I had like 3 of those. I had like 3 of those and like, I don't remember even eating. Again, like, I was like drinking more alcohol than I ever drink and like not eating, but I literally was running off of like adrenaline and happiness and like, I don't know what fumes I was on, but I was just in the best mood. And we were talking about this earlier today, but I just have to say There was something like so magical about like the location of this lunch because we were on the patio, literally Jefferson and First. We are across the street from Footprint Center where the Suns play. Just down there, street from there is Chase Field. Like that's our backdrop. And then literally as people are arriving, we just see them coming from across the street and they're like, hey.
Yeah, it really is a
like
solid location. I've taken it for granted because I'm there almost every day.
But being able to enjoy it as a guest, like it was so much fun. And just having every couple or group or family come up and us being able to like greet them at the beginning. And then we had like an incredible spread, incredible like oyster. We had like a little oyster raw bar. We had a beautiful charcuterie spread.
That was so
And then like a long table that was floraled out by Flora by Haley. She did such a good job. The flowers were
table
so
covers.
beautiful. Yes. I brought like linens. We designed menus. Like we were very like hands-on with the setup, but and
again, it's like all your influence, not your influences,
my
but
inspo,
your inspo from prior, like businesses essentially,
right,
Desert
right.
Rose,
like, well, all my like
Linen
experience,
Shop, Type and Trim. It's like,
yeah,
like elevated to this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and that's why I'm really glad that I did not like rush having a wedding sooner. Just because it was like, oh my gosh, like just because it was like expected, you know what I mean? Like,
but how fast did it come up? Like you planned it, what, 5-6 months out?
I mean, I planned. I the idea of it was like in June, but I actually planned all the details and booked everything like October and November.
For like summer, you're like, you want to officiate it, and like, oh yeah, cool. And then like, I'm like,
that's
what
where
the
I was
fuck,
like,
tomorrow I'm literally doing it.
I know, but that's what was so crazy. Like
February 10th
morning,
seemed like
we were just
date.
Like, oh my gosh, like
it was
the
a nice
whole
Saturday.
time, like
it was a really nice Saturday. Yeah.
It was a beautiful, beautiful day, and literally that's all I have to say about the whole weekend. Was like beautiful, 10 out of 10. Had a blast, practically zero stress because there wasn't like a ton planned. It wasn't like a crazy itinerary. It was like, and even though the photographers, like, I don't want a ton of like posed photos that I have to like think about all these different combinations of people that I need a photo with. Like, I mostly want candids and like documentary style.
That was your first time working with them?
We did our family photos with Sophie, the brunette.
Gotcha.
And that was our first time working with blonde.
Family photos, when was that?
Last March. I was wearing like an orange dress.
With Sienna?
Yeah, Sienna was like 9 months old.
Whoa.
And she did a little shoot for us. And that was kind of like my trial run to see like how because I knew she did film and I knew she was like very, very talented. And I just wanted to see like how I liked her edit and everything. And that was like a trial for like the wedding.
Okay.
And so then, yeah, she did the elopement day. And then Chloe Holes did both days. And I can't wait to see. She said the film will be back in like a week and a half. So
it's going to be pretty nuts.
It's going to be incredible. And like, yeah, we spent.
And this is all going to be digital, like albums you can go through.
Well, yes, everything will be scanned. Like all the film will be scanned, and then I'll have digital images.
The video,
well.
Like how are you getting that? Is that like
I'll have
like
a digital
SD or something, or
I'll have a digital. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Digital and physical.
Yeah, but it's not like you're getting everything like in a Google Drive. You know what I'm saying? Is it kind of like how you do when Desert Rose? You like show people there?
Yeah, like, there'll be like a gallery.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's just so much content.
Just so much. And there's going to be hundreds. There's going to be hundreds of photos. And then, yeah, the Super 8 video of the whole weekend. And I can't wait to start posting. I can't wait to see. And that's what we spent the most on was the photography. And it was worth it. And if anyone wants to elope, I recommend a 10 out of 10. And we literally spent $16,000, including rings, including hotel, including decor, including outfits, including glam, like literally everything. So yeah, we woke up the next day and it was like, yeah, not a dent to the finances. We had all these amazing memories. We still have yet to see the photos. Like literally, it was such an incredible weekend that if there were no photos,
whoa,
I would have been okay with it. Because I mean, part of that is like, well, I got some Instax, some Polaroids, like people shot Instax for the guest book. Like there was some sort of keepsake.
The disposable as well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I liked. Like Logan really wanted to make sure we got a picture with every group that came to the lunch.
Yeah, that's smart.
So we just went around with the Instax and the photographer, and she just like got a photo with every single person. And I think it would be cute. And hopefully I do this before this episode comes out. But I think it'd be cute to keep just the digital version for ourselves, and with our thank you card to everyone, include like the original like Instax photo. as like a keepsake for them, you know?
I see. I mean, we
With
have
like thank you
4
cards.
days.
No, I know. Oh yeah, I need to get it back
close.
still.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I forgot we were really recording this like so late. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like detail everything that happened. Almost everything was perfect. And then Sunday, right? So like we wrap up, we clean up, everything's good to go. And then it's Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right when it ends, the Super Bowl starts.
Literally right when the lunch ended, it was like everyone goes home. Boom.
And we sadly predicted it correctly.
I predicted it correct.
The
it's
script.
Like it played exactly as planned.
Dude.
Chiefs won. Boring.
Did you see the
Travis Kelce is boring.
The memes?
Everyone is boring. Usher is boring.
Like Travis Kelce is getting both of these
boring.
tonight, and then it's like gonna be a Super Bowl ring, and then the next slide is like, do you know how like girls that are vanilla and doggy style, where they're like
I don't even want to picture this.
Do you know what I'm saying though?
I think I've seen this. Was it a GIF
where
or
like
a video
their back
of
is
her?
rounded, you know? Because like,
okay, yep.
No, just I think it's like, what's that?
We don't need to.
Cat. What's that yoga pose? Where
cat
you're like,
cow.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that shit killed me.
I think they have a PR relationship. I don't even think they're really together.
It's weird. Like when he comes down or she comes down from the boxes and celebrate, like there's like audio clips and like it just sounds so.
Everybody is benefiting.
It sounds disingenuous.
She's benefiting. She's making money for NFL. He's getting a lot of sponsorships. He has been catapulted into mainstream. He is likely going to be appearing in more like cameos, brand spots, movies. Like he's trying to be like, you know, Dwayne Wade or something. Like
no, it's the new. I mean, obviously, there's been people in the past like this. You know, these kind of.
I'm just so bored of it already is the problem, because it's, to me, in my personal opinion, as somebody in marketing, it's just so obvious.
It's so obvious
that it's fake that I can't even pretend to like enjoy like how Americana it is that Taylor Swift with the quarterback of the Super Bowl. Like I don't give a shit.
Majority of the people see the bullshit.
I think so.
See through the bullshit.
I think so. Whether or not you believe that like the NFL has the ability to like script the games,
I mean,
you can't deny like the PR of it all and all the money being made.
But yeah, it was pretty. Obviously, the first time it's hard. It's like you want it to be a good game.
I
but
thought
like,
it would
what
be
is
more
a
high
good game?
scoring.
Exactly, though. But that means both defenses are shitty. But to make it to the Super Bowl, it's like both ends of the ball, you're good.
I just expected more to go happen.
I would say that it was so exciting
boring.
Though, because like the
end,
it was overtime, and then it went all the way to the end of overtime.
But apparently the 49ers didn't know the overtime rules, and now that's the whole thing. And it's like,
you know all this.
Well, it's like someone's lying, or someone like either what is it, Juice Check, who was like, I didn't know the rules.
So you saw that clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
but it's either like you shouldn't admit that you didn't know the rules, fullback. Or they literally weren't told, and the coach is in the wrong. Like, who's in the wrong, the coach or the players, for being ill prepared?
Maybe both. Like, because on the coin toss, like the coach should tell the player, if we win the toss, we kick. Like, tell them you're kicking. Because no matter what, the people who gets the ball, even if they score, 49ers in that case would have had another chance. But there was chances for them to also win the game prior to overtime. But it's funny too. There's a highlight reel of the last 3 Super Bowls. The Chiefs have only been called for one holding call, which is like unheard of. Holding is so common, and then people are like making highlight reels of every holding call that was not called.
Okay.
So there could be some favoritism. Yeah, but
swaying.
Yeah, it just sucks, and I don't want to see like what all the fucking the new commercials and shit with all these.
Also, the commercials were boring. Granted, I was like on my phone most of the time.
Oh, yeah, we talking about that
because I was like getting all the photos and videos from people.
You probably saw
for the
TikTok.
Weekend. But I was like watching. I felt like the commercials were boring.
Sarah V. Did you see that one?
Okay, yeah, I did see the Michael Sarah V.
Yeah, that was good. And I think there's only one other good one. I mean,
have you heard the conspiracies of like there were so many alien commercials? It's predictive programming to prepare us for an alien invasion.
Or the Jesus ones.
Oh yeah, like sponsored by
Jesus Christ. I was like, because I was watching that commercial where like they're washing people's feet, and I'm not even making a connection of Jesus Christ.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Can we get to the point?
You're like, what's this foot fetish content?
Just Jesus. I'm like, of course. And that was like the longest one. Did you see Kanye's too?
I don't feel like religion should have to need a sponsored slot to like get followers. Like the message should be enough.
But it's so weird that like how much of our country is like based off of
what's odd as
God
well?
We trust.
At the hotel, there's a holy Bible in the nightstand.
Yeah,
there was a Book of Mormon.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
And I was like, no, I've never seen that before. Granted, I'm not like at a hotel every weekend. But...
Or it was just synchronicity of like, look at your past and now see where you are.
Could have been sealed for time
there we
and
go.
Eternity.
She's catching up.
But I wasn't sealed. I just want to say something about aliens really quick.
Please do. I love it.
Okay. This is my thought. Language, as we know, is so important. And this is why I loved Arrival.
I was about to say
because it was all about language.
Dialect.
And how like we use language to communicate or not. You know what I mean? Like how
don't you love movies
things
that
can be
make
misconstrued.
You feel like smart? That's what
do I sound smart?
No, like
but
how Amy Adams.
Okay, so think about this. This came to me the other day. The word terrestrial. We have like the terrestrial kingdom in Mormonism. That's like the third tier where you're like you don't make it to the highest kingdom of heaven. In Mormonism, there's the celestial kingdom, the celestial kingdom, and the terrestrial kingdom.
Some shit.
So I was like, oh, terrestrial. I think that's a weird word. And then I was like, Terra, Terra. I know this to be true. Means earth. Means like literal like dirt earth.
Yeah.
Terrestrial means
crust.
Like being of the earth, like an earth being. Okay. The word terrestrial literally is telling us it means inhabitant of the earth. The word extra means additional. So extraterrestrial means additional inhabitants of earth.
Okay, yeah.
Has nothing to do with space.
Fair.
I think aliens are earthlings that just exists in other dimensions that we can't perceive.
No, it's interdimensional. It's like the new.
But we're all at the same time. We're all here.
Yeah.
They've always been here among us.
Yeah.
They're not outer Earth. They're like literally of Earth. According to just what the word extraterrestrial
interdimensional
means literally
beings,
an inhabitant of the Earth. And I just want to put that out there, in case that's what comes out. I just want to say I said it first. And by first, I mean just like on the pod.
On the pod.
Between the two of us. But
that's a valid.
I've thought about just like words.
Thought process.
And then thinking about space, space means just like there's nothing. There's the lack of. It's like just the distance between two things. So I was getting into a rabbit hole. My other theory is that space travel is not possible. Because in order to space travel, like
it just space, kills me.
There's nothingness, right? You can't have a temperature. You can't have anything like created like in like space is nothing. So how can you travel from? I literally feel like all the planets are just bubbles that you cannot go from one to the next, unless you're in a different dimension, right?
Moving
interdimensional. Yeah, no.
Simultaneously within the same.
I don't know anything about space, but
I don't either. Like,
I just feel like.
I know we can get shit on by like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil can have a
who cares?
With
it's
that,
fun to talk about my ignorance of it.
I literally like just that thought of extraterrestrial. I was like, no, it's literally saying what it is. The word.
It is so
it's
hard
additional
to comprehend.
Earth inhabitants.
And the fact that we even knew how to break whatever atmospheres to get to space to like stay alive within a vehicle.
So we even put satellites out
there. How did you know that the pressure up there before actually going up? I mean, obviously there's probably test drones and shit.
But also just think about the millions of years of actual like evolution. Like, don't you think that if space travel is possible, there would be like cities in space? Like there would be like built environments by now.
Too, but also
there would literally be built environments.
The space war and how long ago it happened. And the president that pushed it was like the last honorable president, JFK. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Why hasn't there been a continual space war?
1969, right?
Unless it's just under wraps. And did you hear about the like Putin like national emergency threat of they want to put nuclear weapons in space? But like,
did you see Tucker Carlson fucking?
Yeah, I watched the interview,
and like he's exposing how bad our propaganda is on Russia.
Yes.
When being boots on the ground and showing that like
That doesn't mean like Putin's a good person.
No.
Okay. We're not like Team Putin now,
No,
but it is
team
interesting.
that like
He's
since they've
very
been under
smart.
sanctions.
He's very smart.
Oh, for sure.
That makes us look bad.
But
makes us look like we have no leadership.
I mean, essentially.
Because we do.
It's fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
We are in such pivotal times.
I think that like
revolutionary.
I just hope tensions don't get too crazy around November, but
I don't think too crazy, but I mean the after half of this 2024.
I had another comment I just remembered.
Into the future, I mean, I think we're in such a historic time.
It's also though an exciting time because I actually do feel like everything is like I genuinely feel everything is going to work out for the best. But I think that there's going to be like I think we've talked about this.
Things
like
need
a
to
bad
be,
period of like there's going to be some bad
but
shit. But
initiative needs to be
war and all these things. But I think that there's going to be a turning point.
I mean,
hopefully the end of like the IRS or something like like something's got to change.
Oh yeah.
With all our tax dollars going to
or just
Ukraine and Israel and
I was gonna say like the peace. I just hope there can be. I don't even know. It's so hard to say that because there's always been people wanting peace for the Israel and Palestine conflict, but that goes back so far.
It goes back so far,
and it's still relevant or prevalent. I mean,
prevalent,
and it's unfathomable.
And the thing is, like, there's no easy fix to all of these difficult issues. There just isn't. There just isn't.
No, I know.
Like, everything is complicated. I think that there are some things that are overcomplicated. I think that, like, we have a lot of money to send out, but there are so many homeless people.
That's the biggest thing, though.
My biggest issue is, like, shelter is literally a human right. Like, that shouldn't be like, only privileged people have, like, a bed and, like, a roof over their head. And there's just way too many homeless people in America. For how much money we're able to pull out of nowhere for military and war efforts.
How fucked and like low key that America is just a scam. It's a forefront.
It's a facade. It's a scam. It's a corporation, and it's like I do think that people have caught on to that.
But
there's that kind of there's going to need to be like an inflection point where like it does get to be like. It's like we're fed up. You know what I mean? Like
the explosion, the eruption.
Yeah, that still has yet to come. But then I think
the
after
volcano's boiling.
I think like things will be so peaceful. It will be like such like peace on earth.
I am optimistic about it.
I'm optimistic.
Of course, all we can do is just, I guess, talk about it and be optimistic. Try and, I guess, just
it's gonna be okay.
Push out. It's just crazy.
I had another words. I had a note on here that I was going to say in the welcome that I missed, and I just want to bring it back.
Sure.
I saw a TikTok that was basically like, millennials are suffering this like porchless to podcast pipeline where
porchless.
We should be having these conversations on our porches, but we can't afford homes, so we're just starting podcasts. And other people are listening so that they can have porch conversations by proxy, But we're really, at the end of the day, we just need a porch.
Should we record on a porch when we eventually?
So that's what I'm saying. Or are we going to quit the podcast because we have a porch?
Why not?
I'm just kidding.
Share our porch talks.
I just thought that was so accurate and valid.
Something about that though, like a conversation on a porch.
But that's like what we are missing out on as a generation. Like the generations have had that. We have not. You know what I mean? Like it's like, wow, what a concept to us. Because we're just so used to our urban living. But I think we can
get back to it.
Let's get back to it, Kadin. Let's go get our porch. And this will be, the porch pod.
The porch pod.
Potty on the porch. Not quite.
I like that. It's something.
Porch pod.
Yeah,
I'll have a wraparound porch for us.
It's like homemade lemonade.
Totally.
A nice cool breeze.
Uh-huh.
And I think this most important thing is just conversating,
Conversating.
Even if it's, I mean, who's to say what's meaningful or what's important? I mean, obviously there's levels to it, but it's just nice to simply sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Because, like, just like this, a lot of the time you're out in social environments when it happens.
Or even like when we talk, like we're simultaneously doing other things, half paying attention. One of us is on their phone. I sent you of probably not.
It was like a skit on people who are so bad at multitasking on FaceTime. And yeah, I mean, it kind of reminded me of you because like I'll be talking, you're like, yeah, and then because it looks like you're
whatever. You do the same shit.
No, I know, maybe sometimes, and like, wait, what? Oh,
no, I know.
I can't believe he would do that. You're like,
or I'll be like, that's crazy, and you're like, hello, yeah.
I was like, did you hear what I just said? Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, wild.
So that's the thing, though.
No, it's true.
We are just
the uninterrupted, like focused, intentional.
Yeah, it could be like the new wave of being. Yeah, it's so funny that something that connects you with so many people is the thing that actually disconnects you.
Your screen, or like internet, in general, yeah.
Or your phone, like I mean,
we talked about that on our privacy episode.
I'm guilty of it, like.
So how are you doing these days with your goals, with your consumption?
Pretty good. I think it's on a week by week basis. It changes. But I was kind of thinking about that today, how cool this podcast is to see, like, even the hinge part, right? Like, every step of all of this, like, every day that we live out is a process of growth, right? And a journey. And it's been such a small time, but it's like the way I'm thinking changes.
Yeah.
In a upward, I guess, progressive, like, self-reflection and seeing how I could maybe treated something differently or
I think it's helpful for you to be editing the episodes, watching yourself. It's sort of forcing reflection and self-awareness.
Quite the experience.
Kadin had even said, like, he tried to, like, get back on Hinge with, like, a less critical eye, perhaps, or, like, maybe letting the conversation be the deal breaker and not the profile. And that would have been nice for the fucking episode, Kadin.
But if you told me that I wasn't in that headspace or mindset when we first got the Hinge, it was kind of like.
But you had learned that through the process. Look at that.
And that's why it's okay. I mean, that's the whole point of having faults, but as long as you can, like, self-reflect.
Grow, reflect, make a change.
Justice for Maddie.
Justice for Maddie forever.
Oh my gosh.
She's the cutest girl.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I can't explain it. It's probably just,
I think,
like, wife, gotta find the wife.
Yeah, it was like,
but it's,
if she's not a bombshell.
The person that you think is your type. I think I talked about this earlier when I went on my Mammoth trip and everyone had girlfriends, and they're all saying, like, you think you have a type and, like, you expect your dream girl, but you're gonna end up with a girl that's right for you, like,
the person you needed.
It's still obviously someone you like and is attracted to, but not what you're picturing. And it's kind of difficult from a perspective of putting myself out there, but being single for so long, and you kind of know these patterns, right? Like this. That's why it's kind of easier to dissect. Of, like, you can just smell the basic. You can just see the vanilla, but again,
I have sympathy for you, though. It's not easy. It's difficult. I guess I would just encourage you to, like, don't picture.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to.
Don't even picture your wife. Yeah, don't picture your dream girl. Have no, like, preconceived image in your head.
Nothing but
just
brown
be
eyes.
Open and brown hair.
That's all I'm picturing.
And freckles and
I think
tattoos
brown
and
eyes,
4'9" and.
Yeah, dude. There's this one girl. It's tough, and I feel so bad too, because it's not like I was on the offensive or defensive, whichever way. Back to just being so critical. I think it's just keeping an open mind.
Yeah.
Because no one is gonna be perfect, and it's okay to have, like, an opposing view, like whether it's a taste in music or food, like, no matter what. It's not like,
if anything, like, why would you want someone so similar to you? That's so boring. You've already, like,
I almost want to not like something, and they do, and then
you'd be like, show me why.
Yeah. And then and
you grow, and you learn, and they change you for the better, and then the people
I feel
that
like
you
this is the year, though.
No, I feel good for you this year.
But yeah, back to, and it's not like, it's just you so unique seeing growth in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Like you're watching yourself and your mindset changes, your experiences change on a week by
and the
week
things
basis.
that maybe even both of us were saying in the first couple episodes doesn't even stand. Like, you know what I mean? Like
And
that was
that's
like before
why,
we'd even committed to like living here more like long term. Like, you know what I mean? Like our mind has already changed so much.
yeah, it truly is. And back on, I mean, that just, it all falls down to, I guess, perspective. But again, yeah, give it another 3 months. I'm so curious
Give me some time.
I mean, where our growth and how our, I mean, I think it's all in a positive, like upward trajectory of kind of like how determined we are and driven and where we see ourselves and where we want to be.
And the energy of this year is just so good.
It
I don't know
does,
what it
yeah.
is. Like the energy this year, something about it is just so fun.
And it's so nice, and it kind of keeps you put. I mean, I'm never that I have had doubts about this, and like even if, right, we just have 50 followers for, like I think I don't think
You would
I
still do
know we would
this.
still do this. Like
Yeah.
it's taking up.
It's not hard enough to be like making me not want to do it.
Yeah, and there's no negative
Nothing's
aspects.
like swaying. If anything, it's like I actually look forward to podcast days. They end up being like really fun days. Like
even if it starts out like we're not in a good mood, once we start talking, then like we're just flowing, you know?
Totally.
And again, back to that's what I was trying to get to is it's encouraging when like friends will text me saying like how much they actually look forward to it, how much they love it, the segments.
What?
Like they like listening to us talk.
Shout out, boys.
Your wedding day when I went out to Waste Management, I saw some OCC boys from California that were here for it, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta run into you." Fucking running them in boondocks, dab them up, and he's like, "I love your podcast." I'm like, I forget, you know, like I'm just myself out, and then people are literally. And I did put down some stickers, but I will say I cut off like 16 pieces that I lost. So
totally,
they're out there.
Out there.
Yeah,
that doesn't
someone's
mean
like,
that
"What is
they're
this?"
Yeah, totally.
But I do apologize. But yeah,
I have 1,000.
Okay.
So
I think I only took like 16.
I literally cut off like a little bit.
And I did get one stuck somewhere in Hot Chick.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna like probably take some to downtown.
Yeah. Remind me to take some today.
Yeah,
But no, it's just it just feels good and right.
It feels good and right. And
no matter where it ends up, I think just for
stop
our
looking.
own sake.
I think just stop looking
Yeah,
for
back to
anything.
that.
Like just start enjoying what life is, and then somebody will be magnetized, like attracted to that like glow of you just like living your life and being in the present. Someone will find that attractive.
No one has to be a certain way, because again, that just falls back to how my mindset's changing. Like I just went to a show last night. That's why I was up late.
Okay.
And it wasn't like if I don't have someone that would come with me, like a girlfriend that didn't like this. Like I didn't felt
that
like
would be
that.
like
It was
deal breaker.
okay. Like yeah, again.
Yeah.
I think I would just, I don't know why. If like again, I don't know. It just comes in waves of,
because it's like you sometimes I think
I also did. I think I'm on this. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're
but
totally fine.
I did some shrooms last night. I had. That's why I think I've been so much.
Okay.
Like
Opening up.
like just reflecting. Like when you. That's what I love about it. Like you just look around and you're really kind of dissecting what truly matters to you. What is like you can just feel bullshit, feel fakeness, you know, and being out and doing that, which I recommend anyone to do, just like even like a small dose. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, shit's moving. It's just you're in your head just thinking and reflecting, observing, a lot of observing and learning, which then leads to further growth. But yeah, no, you're totally right. Just open-minded. And it's not like, oh, have I met someone already that could be them? Like maybe I should go back to them. Like,
right.
No, no. There's not. It's just.
And it goes back to like what's meant for you will be there when you're ready for it. It's not going to like that. The girl isn't going to like miss the opportunity to meet you because you weren't at the right place, right time. Like
yeah. Or I didn't say something to that girl at the gym. That was like that.
I didn't go to that show. My wife could have been there.
Yeah. Simple.
No.
Simple stuff.
Simple living, baby. Just enjoy your life. What if
with
you
that
met your wife
mindset,
this year? This is your last year being single. Like maybe just soak that up. I'm not saying like go sleep around. I'm saying like just like,
No, I know.
you know, just embrace your independence, embrace like living alone, embrace like potentially what if this is your last lease, like year of lease, like, you know, living alone. Like,
yeah, again, the change that could come, especially with, oh my God, can we mention
oh my God.
who reached out to?
Oh, should we just wait until it's done and then it's out, which we need to complete?
I think we should just say it 'cause it's so cool. That's actually awesome.
Interview?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Kadin and I are getting interviewed for Voyage Phoenix magazine. It'll be out in probably 3 weeks.
Wait.
And
oh yeah.
it's just like a little, right? Yeah, it's a little just like entrepreneur interview.
Yeah.
For like local Phoenix
peeps.
Like,
how cool though.
Yeah.
Like, you and me sitting on your couch being ourselves, and people want to just
know more.
Yeah.
Learn more.
I'm like, listen to the pod.
It's cool. It's just good. It's good promotion. It's good PR. It's good to have like, you know, links out there.
I mean, we have done, I wouldn't say
how many
like
months?
We haven't forced out so much marketing. Just your typical
5 months.
Your typical sharing.
We've been doing this.
Well,
that's it.
September, I'd say 4.
No, October, November, December, January, February. But I guess not all of February. Well, 4.5. Okay,
7 weeks. Wait, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I thought 21 episodes, and I was thinking
like 7 days a week.
Yeah, I thought, I don't know. Scratch that.
Go back to sleep.
Digital magazine, which is cool. Like just getting noticed.
Well, I'm like, how did you even find
that's
this
what I'm curious
email?
about.
No, exactly. Like they had to have seen like a clip on social, which is cool. Like,
well, you would. That just means that we have like some essence, you know. It's not like we're just like
there's not nothing.
Those guys that, which is people make fun of.
Kadin really wants this podcast to work, you guys. No, I do too. Of course I do. It would be nice, fun. But it would be nice.
It would be nice.
It would just be nice to have enough listeners to have like a sponsor.
Yeah, but even
our time
if
will
not,
come, you guys. Our time will come. We're not rushing. We're not rushing the divine timing of the universe. And that is the other thing that I was saying with just the wedding. Like, I'm so glad that I didn't feel a pressure to like get married because I had already been engaged for so many years. Like, and just do a wedding and just like get it done. Because when I like waited for it, everything worked out so perfectly, from like the weather to like the time of day to just like the meaning behind it, being able to do it on my 10-year, like just so many things lined up and felt very like synchronicitous.
Whoa.
And it just like,
that'd be cool if that's a word.
Literally made me realize you can't force things or rush things, and you just have to kind of continue to go with the flow of your life, even if it doesn't look like the flow of someone else's life. Maybe they got married or had kids or bought a house sooner than you thought you would or intended or had your life plan out to be. But, you know, religious people, and they say, you know, God has a plan. God has a plan for us. The universe, whatever you believe. There is, you know, I do believe in like an energy that.
Yeah, which has been
like on
previously
your side.
Discussed for sure.
Yes.
Well, like an inner purpose for sure.
A higher power, though, potentially that helps like align.
Because what's the alternative, right? Let's just say there's nothing. But why?
But don't even like. But why fight what is? Because like you're in dissonance with the universe.
I mean, everyone has felt intuition. Everyone has had a gut feeling. You know, like these are all just evidence of. I mean,
energy.
I hate to sound broy, but vibes.
It's all vibes, baby. And that's how you get like, oh, I can tell you're basic from your like vibe. You know what I mean? Like when you're dating, or I could tell like we wouldn't get along from first. But that's a more in-person thing. Like I get that in person.
Well,
I think it's a little harsh.
That's why
on the apps,
critical on the apps for sure. But
Kadin's learned.
You live in person, that is the energy and frequency between two people communicating or just observing. It's like, it's insane how much we can dissect.
Yeah.
And just feel.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts, man.
Oh, you and I just keep sinking lower and lower and lower.
I know.
I do. I don't know why.
I get more comfortable. And
yeah.
Yeah, we're just chatting. I mean, that's what it's all about. I've always wanted it to just be like, not necessarily. I mean, obviously we have our segments and whatnot, and that's what we're like kind of putting on, but.
You like a conversational episode.
Well, every single one I like to feel like it is just, this is how obviously it's a little more proper with. I mean, we're so not used to it now, the mics and headphones, but to feel like as if we would do this, the porch talk, you know.
Porch pod, porch talks. We should just come out with a second podcast when we have a house and it's on the porch.
Or we just have like if like a once a month, like the specials like on the porch, you know.
Oh, I love that.
Like the first of the month,
first or
the
last.
First pod of the
yeah.
Something like that.
Ooh, love it. Love it. Love
But,
it. It's gonna be okay. It is,
yeah?
Kadin. I promise.
No,
and
I
on
know.
that note,
I wasn't done.
what else do you have?
Well, every time you say that, I'm like, fuck, what was I gonna say? And then now I'm
Well, because I thought you were done talking, so I was trying to like segue.
Do you have any segues?
Well, no, I was just trying to segue into closing notes.
No, I know.
Oh. Let's see. We talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about the wedding. I'm married. I think we got it all.
How are you saying it earlier?
My wife. What do you mean? Marriage. Marriage.
Are you married? Something like that.
Wait.
Have you seen that TikTok of the guy saying, "Is that a mockingbird?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's your joke of the day.
You've seen that though, right?
I'm sure you'll show me. What are you doing today?
Do you know that? Does that make sense to you,
Do you
though?
have plans today?
So today...
Yes, it makes sense, Kadin. Yes.
No, but like the bird says that back to the guy.
Oh, the bird says
the bird is mocking him.
That's good.
He's
That's good. Yeah.
However, tomorrow, actually, a coworker invited me to... And I think I'm going to do it. I'm actually really excited about it. It's like a lot of our coworkers. It's one of the birthday... it's Josh's. And we're actually going, like, waking up really early and going to a golf course, and so I'm gonna actually play a full 18-hole course.
Fun.
So I think later today I'm gonna get a glove because you really need one. You don't want to get blisters.
Shopping.
And then I'm gonna go to the range and like practice because my friend Charles gave me his cousin just gave him his clubs, and then Charles just gave them to me for free.
Cool.
Which is nuts. Like
yeah, you got
each club is worth
like $100.
Yeah, and I'm so fucking still hella rookie and amateur. Oh my god!
Anytime I hear the word "fucking," I think this stupid song.
You thought about Chris Brown, and now I'm thinking about
Robert
the halftime show. We didn't discuss that.
Stop what you were talking about, really quick. Usher, yay or nay? Like, just give a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I liked this. I liked his songs though. Like, I was singing it. Like, that was the first Super Bowl where I was like,
"You're kidding."
These are my confessions. And then also My Boo is my karaoke song.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Burn. I think
so you enjoyed the halftime show.
Well, I was kind of confused.
I thought JB.
Do you know the girl on the guitar was her?
Yes.
I had no idea.
I love her.
And then everyone thought that the ball guy was CeeLo Green, but it wasn't.
Oh my god, funny.
And
there was at one point just like way too much going on.
Always gonna be something that's gonna blow up though. Like how touchy he was on Alicia, bro.
Oh yeah, people were like, she's married.
That was weird though.
It was weird.
It seemed like
too much.
Yeah,
too much.
He got caught in the moment because he was like,
some people want it all.
First of all, I don't even know why that's
shocking.
Even necessary to. Are you making fun of that or like judging her? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making fun.
She is an amazing vocalist, though. I fucking love Alicia Keys.
What's funny is that in the like official video that got put up by the NFL or whatever, they like corrected it in post. So it's like people are like, "Is that where Mandela effect comes from?" Where like people can just like change something, but we have the literal memory of it. Like
that has to be.
You know what I mean? It's like everyone will remember her voice cracking, but
Mandela.
There's no like. I
think there's something behind that. Mandela effect started when the internet did.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Because everything changed.
Yeah, because it could be changed
slightly. Like
in post.
Skechers never had a T.
Fruit of the Loom never had a cornucopia or whatever.
But do you remember Alicia Keys' performance at the Grammys when she hosted and she was playing on two pianos?
Probably. Yeah. I'm not hating Alicia Keys. I like Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
I liked Rihanna's better last year. Like I liked that show just like tops to bots.
I think I liked the show because the music was all from a time where I was like middle school.
Yes. That's
puberty,
like so nostalgic.
Yeah, like high school dances or like listen to like it's on KRQ, right? Like no iPods, just vibes. Yeah.
Okay.
But I get as far as like performance, like all of it. I mean, it's kind of cool, the roller skates, but it's a lot.
The roller skates are okay.
There's a lot going on.
There was so much going on at one point, but like overall, I just feel Usher's a little washed up.
That's what was so shocking is like he hasn't had his songs are 20 years ago almost.
I think
okay, 10.
It was just a little old.
So
little mid.
We can close on this, but on that topic. But then what's your most memorable, if any, halftime show?
Oh man,
I mean, wasn't Beyonce's
Lady
kind
Gaga's
of like
Lady Gaga, Beyonce, like the flying. Beyonce knows how to do a show.
And then I would say, as far as
like her Coachella, like her halftime, like she puts 110%. I feel like Katy Perry with the Sharks. I feel like that was very memorable.
Oh yeah, that was definitely.
She's good with like props, costumes, like the fun beach balls. Like I love that kind of like set. Rihanna's was memorable. Whose was like? I don't like. Who do I not like? Not that I need to be like negative. Has Coldplay ever done it?
That'd be a good one.
I don't know what the whole thing with Coldplay is. The obsession, I guess. I like their songs.
They're very big internationally.
But they're huge.
It's more like other countries, like Argentina.
Okay.
Brazil for some reason.
And they've done, they have that song with BTS. So I wonder if they like have a market.
BTS?
Yeah. That K-pop group, BTS.
What?
They have a song with them. They like did one of their popular songs with them, I think.
Wow.
Like a collab.
And then I would say, I mean, if you're big on the national anthem performances, did you like Chris Stapleton's last year though?
Reba. Isn't it Reba?
Yeah. I thought it was okay, but I thought obviously his was magical.
Caught that last year.
And then I mean, you can't go wrong. Whitney Houston.
Someone's like, they didn't correct Fergie's. They let that go out.
Oh my god!
Because how do you correct it?
That was so bad.
Wait, I feel like there was a really good one recently, a good national anthem, but I don't remember.
Something about that.
If you can do it well.
I love, or like.
Do you like when they go for the note and free? Free.
No.
You prefer
wait. I like
free?
Obviously a fucking powerful Rockets Red Glare.
Do you want the pause before like?
Wait.
And the Rockets.
Well, what goes before that? Hold on.
You want to start at the top and tell me what parts you like?
Wait, what am I saying? Violet Dawn's early light.
What's so proudly we the twilight lies naming.
Whose broad stripes?
Boring, yeah.
Stars,
I think you're talking about
the perilous fight, or the
ramparts. Or the land.
I like the pause. No, or the ramparts we watched. We're so
gallantly streaming.
Yeah, that. I feel like that pause is like you know it's coming. I think I like the long free, like, or a high, not like a vocal run, but like a.
Do you like when they do the falsetto? They hit the falsetto. Free?
I like the vibrato.
Sure. That's the okay.
But I don't like the long brave. I don't think. Just like a natural. Wait, not that I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. You're killing my ears right now.
I know mine too. No, I don't like the ladder up brave.
But like brave.
Yeah.
Brave. I think Chloe and
Halle.
That'd be a nice. I think at one time I was watching that
acapella.
Like the music video. I was obsessed. When you first showed me that, I got obsessed for a second.
You were their biggest fan for a minute.
And it was, yeah, dude. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up prior to this recording. But did you ever see Negative Harmony of Bohemian Rhapsody?
I'm sure you've showed me.
No, I haven't.
Okay. You'll show me after this. And on that note, I feel like our cameras aren't going to last much longer.
That's you.
If I'm being honest.
We got 5 minutes, so yeah, we're good.
Thank you so much for all your support. I know
Thank you guys.
I need more.
Still have 8 on Spotify, 5 stars. A little 2 more, maybe.
Maybe a little 2 more. Maybe a little 2 more. Get to 10. Maybe give me 10 stars.
Maybe 10 more followers on Insta. Get that 100.
Ooh, we have 90 on Insta. Let's get to 100. I think we have 41 YouTube subscribers. Let's get to 50. We had 42, so we're actually going down in numbers now. Follow, rate, subscribe, subscribers.
And now we have less?
You have 41 now? Someone unsubscribed.
Hey man, I get it. It's not your vibe.
I don't even know what we're gonna talk about next week, but I'm sure there's gonna be enough that goes on. Literally, there's so much going on in pop culture. Like, I feel like every day there's been like
award season,
something, award season. Like, I almost want to do like a daily podcast with you, but maybe like a 20-minute morning.
That would be a hellish amount of editing.
Yeah, I would put that all on you.
Since we're going back to the splits.
Okay, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your week.
If you want to sponsor coffee, feel free. That's over. Whoa, is there no more closing notes?
What do you want me to say?
I just always feel like...
You always feel like there's more to say, but...
I feel like now, though, like at this point with these amount of episodes, yeah, we don't really need that. Like, I think we're just speaking for ourselves, you know?
I mean, rate, review.
Yeah.
Watch, subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye.